Greetings, 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶 family members. How are you? How are we? Yes, 2025, as I approach 60, things that I have been reflecting on that I've had to quit, things that no longer serve or give me success with my relationships or my life in general. And I've decided over the years, the journey of life, this I'll quit and that I'll quit. So I've come up with a list, and it's very interesting. Obviously, is something noble. So I'm starting from the interesting aspects that I've had to quit over the years, and that might help some of the younger ones of our followers to realize that, you know what, you will not die if you quit some of these things. If anything, it will do you a lot of good. One thing that I know, and I was able to quit this one around the age of 30, I quit toxic relationships. I quit allowing friendships to govern my life. I quit other people's perspectives to give me direction in my life necessarily. And as I quit doing those things, I quit bullies, around me, societal bullies, cultural bullying. I grew up as a middle child, and in our culture, you're really a nobody if you're not the first or you're not the last child. You are neither here nor there. And so there are things that you tend to be loaded with in our culture, and I realized I wasn't able to cope with those things, and I quit. I mean, there are some relatives who are bullies, some aunties, some relatives that are bullies, and they would want you to be doing this and that. I quit allowing those people from bullying me in my life. And around that, I also quit, spiritual bullying. In these Pentecostal churches, there are some people that can bully you. They want you to do this, they want you to do that. And I just realized, some of these things, I'm not able to do them. And I quit. That's number one. I also quit pressure of having to respond a certain way conversationally. I always used to feel the pressure of having to explain myself and allow people to understand me in a certain way. No, I quit putting that pressure on myself. I confronted me. This is how I did it. I confronted myself, and I chose to learn from what I watched, big people in the world, how they respond to questions, big politicians, how they respond to questions in an interview. I learned that they have no problem in saying about a matter, no comment. And the one who's interviewing is not upset. They will carry on with the conversation. So I asked myself, why do I feel obligated to have an answer every time I'm talking to someone? So I employed that. If I'm not able to answer something, I'll say it like that. If I'm not able to attend a meeting, I'll say I'm not able to attend a meeting. Instead of giving a whole encyclopedia of an answer, I'll just say I'm not able to commit, I'm not able to attend, and life carries on. That gave me so much relief in my life. And then the other thing that I've also quit is I quit holding on to past grudges, past friendships or relationships that have left me, with some hangover wounds and things like that. I came to a place where I chose to release myself from past, unpleasant experiences with people. I just allowed myself to be cleansed, went through a process of sanctification so that I will not allow, negative past to linger over my life. And I quit doing that. I then also quit relying on news, news on the TV or social media circulations or newspaper cutting circulations. I quit from allowing those things to influence my outlook into the world. This one, I really, really had to be processed for it, because I love to pray. I love to pray for the nation. I love to pray for the people of Zimbabwe. And once upon a time, every time I would be getting prayer requests or prayer points from what's happening, on the news. I quit doing that. I opted rather to trust God with what I should pray for my nation, as to wait for a reporter's opinion about the current affairs to guide my perspectives about my nation. So I quit doing that. And I actually quit at some point, quit following the news. If there was something of importance, a statement by government, I don't have to necessarily hear it through the news. There are always other more legitimate sources to hear such information, and I'd rather do that than stress myself by what a news reporter has said or commented on. And then the other thing that I also quit is I quit disregarding myself. I quit not paying attention to my health in the way that I felt I needed to. And for that reason, as I was growing in this journey of quitting this, quitting that, I realized that, it allowed me a lot of time to pay attention to me, to my health, my mental wellness, my physical wellness, my emotional wellness. So I quit just allowing life and things to dump, baggage on me, so that in the end I'll be so heavy laden of things that may not have anything to do with me. So I quit. And I started focusing on myself. I visit my doctor. I exercise, as you all know now. We do take walks in the morning. I go to my doctors every 3 months. I get my blood works checked every 3 months. And I'm okay to do that. At some point, my doctor even said they wanted to do it every 6 months. I said, no, 3 months is okay for me. And that's how I do it. So I pay attention. And then I also had this tendency of expecting other people to give me joy. So I quit burdening other people with my expectation to be happy, to be peaceful, to experience joy, depending on those around me. No, I quit doing that. I enjoy myself with people, without people. Joy is something that I derive from inside. Happiness is something that I derive from inside. Peace is something that I derive from inside, and that has really given me a lot of emotional stability, mental stability, and I'm grateful to God that I'm able to do that. That's the other day I was telling you that I can laugh, I can have fun with myself alone, because I realize that this burden that I'm placing on other people for me to be happy, not even on my husband, he's also full of whatever it is that he's processing in his life. So, hey, girl, make sure that you derive happiness. I do have beautiful friends around me. And, this is when I started. If we feel it, we want to pump ourselves. We want to have fun. I do that with people around me. And I ensure that I'm happy. I ensure that I'm peaceful, that I have joy in my life. Very important. That one was very, very important to me. Because once upon a time, if those around me are not happy, then I'm not happy. No, I wasn't going to allow that anymore. Neither do I at this moment in time. I can feel 𝐂𝐻𝐍𝐶 family members. Some of you are giggling and laughing. Please do that, because it helps for you to be able to establish, who am I going to allow to make me happy? And you will find that no one except yourself. So work hard at it. I also quit misery. Just being miserable. I don't know about people from other nations. In Zimbabwe, we have unreliable electricity supply, sometimes unreliable water supply, sometimes it's water, electricity, utility. All these utility services are so, you can't depend on them. So if you're such a person who, when there's electricity, you're going to be, electricity, no, I quit doing that. How did we do that? That one, it was a lot of work. As husband and wife, where we had to rely on solar energy, so we had to install that. And for water, we had to rely on tanks. We dug a borehole in our space, not serving us very well, but at least it's there. It gives me peace of mind. But water tanks, it gives me a water reservoir, which we manage. We migrated from using firewood to using gas. Oh, that has given me so much peace, guys. So much peace. And you know what? Instead of having one gas tank, I have 2 for the cooker, such that every time this one finishes, I get the next one quickly. and there's no gaps with my supply of gas. I then went ahead and got a solar heater with its own gas tank, separate from the gas tanks for the cooker. So in this house, we have 3 of them. It just gives me, I'm saying little things that I've done as I am maturing towards 60 to just give myself peace in my heart. So I quit, relying on ZESA. I quit. ZESA is our electricity supply authorities for Zimbabwe. I quit relying on them. I quit relying on our municipality for water supply because it was giving us stress. So I quit. And I'm happy where we are today. Okay. I also quit allowing people dumping their issues on me. I love helping people. I listen to people's issues. But if I feel like this one doesn't want to work at their issue, they actually want to just dump their issue with me. I know you and I see you when you come my way. I may not say anything to me if I don't feel the release to, but I will not allow people to dump their issues on me so that I can carry their monkeys on their behalf. No, I will listen, I will assist where help is needed, but ultimately you are the specialist with your own problem. You will be able to solve it the best way you can. I can only be of support to you. So I quit carrying other people's monkeys in my life, and that has given me so much peace. This one is very interesting. Growing up with children are grown up now, you look forward to them starting to date, and thank God a sister warned me that, early enough to say, do not fall in love with your children's dates. So I quit falling in love with my children's dates. If they are dating, I will listen to their stories, I will rejoice with them, but I will not fall in love. I told myself, unless they are married, then I will embrace them and I will love them with all my heart. Otherwise, I'll acknowledge that there is a girl or a boy in the life of my child, and until they are serious, I don't fall in love with them, because they will let go of each other, and for you are thinking, oh, but that one I really liked him. No, they are not yours. So Mina, I quit doing that. Ladies, gentlemen, you can do better. Kitchen Sink family members, quit falling in love with your children's dates. I can see some people laughing. Guys, let's quit doing that. Okay. I also quit this tendency to just sleep late unnecessarily. You're not doing anything meaningful. You're not doing anything productive, but you sleep very late. I quit that. I make sure when I'm done, in the evening and it's time to rest, I go and rest. Sometimes not even necessarily sleeping, but I put myself in a position where I'm relaxed and I'm resting and I'm winding down for the day. Gave myself permission to do that, because I think at some point, you want to legitimize, well, but I can't be in bed by 8 p.m. in the evening. It's a bit too early. According to who? If my body requires extra rest that particular day, rest it shall be for me. So I quit to, adopting to this habit of irregular resting and irregular sleep times. I sleep in accordance to the needs and the demands of my body. And then I also quit, from suffering, allowing myself to suffer certain things unnecessarily, like other people's expectations of your life, like adult peer pressure. Let me put it like this. I quit that. I quit responding to adult peer pressure. And when I talk of adult peer pressure, I told you earlier, I'm moving towards 60. Even at this age, peer pressure is still an issue. I used to think it only happens, for teenagers. No, even as a whole adult, you can live miserably due to peer pressure. Me, I quit. I live life in accordance to God's alignment, His word, the Holy Spirit, sensible things that make sense to me, to my family, and to all those around me, and not allow peer pressure in my adult life. I quit doing that. I also quit lying to myself. David says in Psalm 51 verse 6, you require truth in my innermost being. If I have to represent me well, let me speak the truth of how I'm feeling inside. And I quit lying to myself. And I quit blaming other people for everything. I have to come to a place where I know that even I make a mistake. So when I'm seeing a wrong in somebody's life, before I blame them, I must check myself. And if I'm found wanting, I quit just pointing fingers at other people and decided to start looking at myself. And one thing that I really struggled with, I like a soft life. I love life. But I found that money was taking authority over my life. So I quit allowing money to have authority in my life. These are a lot of things that I'm talking about. But once I quit those things on my journey to life, how did I quit allowing money to have charge over my life? I budgeted. I started adhering to my budget. I started saving money. When I budget, I'm telling money what to do. Money is not telling me what to do with it. No, I look at my budget and I give it instruction. You're covering this item, you're covering that item, you're covering that item. The month of January is coming. I do not want to stress. I will put some little monies away so that I'm not stuck for money in the month of January, so that money does not have authority over my life. I budget and I try and live within my means so that money doesn't rule me. I'm not miserable every month end because money is ruling over my life. I said no to that lifestyle. So no more being ruled by money. And there are many other things that I could have quit, and I'm sure they will come to mind, and one day I'll do a part 2 to this. But these are some of the things that I've quit. And as I've dropped off these things one after the other, I found myself joyous. I found myself satisfied with my life. I found myself with peace within my life and not waiting for something coming from outside to give me peace. So a list of things that I quit as Clarissa Ranganai. And I would like to encourage somebody here. You're living life miserably. Quit certain things. Be comfortable to quit certain things in your life. And you will be happy and you will be comfortable. Thank you for coming on board. Please subscribe, comment, share, and like these videos. Like them. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, but we're on our way to just growing, maturing as we are on this journey together. Thank you so much for coming along, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.